be nice for Gary. This would be nice for Gary. He'll feel the world's against him at the moment. And he's got away with one there, Gary Stone.
Gary Stone.
Remember that moment if Gary Stone qualifies tonight. This would be really special, Gary Stone. That is incredible. Not once in that match did he look comfortable. During that game, he looked second best. That's an absolute sickener for John Worsley, but he demonstrated enough for me there that John Worsley's in for the fight tonight. That was a nervy performance from Gary Stone, but somehow he gets over the line with something very, very special. Second best, but that 158 was sublime. As next up, we look at game 2. It's Matthew Edgar against Michelle van der Horst. You're either getting beat or don't have the expectations. Well, it was a special, special finish in the opening match for Stone. Can he find the treble here? Yes, he can.
Well,
that's finding ways, isn't he?
Yeah, that second dart deserves the double to go in. Pretty much
Gary required
done
40.
and dusted.
Two wins out of 2. Gary Stone knew what he had to do in his opening 2 games. It wasn't at his blistering best, but that's nice to see once again. A big hug from both. And that negativity surrounding Gary Stone appears to have gone. He's back in the running in this Group B campaign. I think Adam showed enough there to say he's got plenty to offer in this competition. It's warming up so nicely. Please stay with us. And next up, it's Michelle van der Horst against John Worsley. Gonna get a dart at tops. A little nod from Michelle van der Horst. I think he knows what's coming.
Game shot on the fourth leg. John Worsley.
And the little fist pump to boot. For me,
60.
not like a match practice, but a chance for Worsley. It's perfect for the way he likes 60. John Worsley moves with the rest of the players on 6 points. This is a really close fight for Group B, and absolutely no problem in celebrating there, John, because you knew the importance of it. And once again, great sportsmanship, magnanimous in defeat there, Michelle. 4 out of the 5 players now are on 6 points. They're deep in conversation there. Lots of respect. Look at that. Hardly anything to separate them. The one thing I can see, 1 from 6 on the outer ring for van der Horst. 4 from 5 from Worsley. He's impressive. He is right in the mix. Another big game. They keep on coming. It's first versus second. It's Martin Adams versus Matthew Edgar.
On the 68, just to save the game.
Yes, he hit this yesterday in 2 darts. He's going to need the third this time.
Game shot.
Brilliant. Bang in the middle.
Matthew Edgar. He
disheartened. He looks more in deep thought.
Bamboozled. Yeah, it was a scruffy last start because Adams won't fancy this 10. He'll go for a direct.
Game shot.
What do I know? Absolutely outstanding darts from Martin Adams. It was a pretty dominant display there from Martin. Plenty of food for thought from Matthew Edgar. Tonight has not started how we wanted to, but it's so tight. 1 win can make a big difference. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected as Martin. And that was a terrific performance there. Like I said, he was a comfortable winner. Matthew Edgar just really didn't start very well, and Adams leads 4-1. He moves to 8 points as we move to another big game. They're all big games at the moment. It's Gary Stone versus Michelle van der Horst. So play A+ again, Gary Stone. And Michelle, I like this version of him. Look really cool and calm tonight.
Game shot on the second leg. Michelle van der Horst.
18's been his go-to double.
Gary requires 62.
Some of his decisions making, but Gary Stone somehow has got a dart for the match. And he gets it. Gary Stone. I tell you what, you haven't been anywhere near your brilliant best, but 3 wins out of 3. Michelle van der Horst at times tonight has demonstrated that he could have comfortably qualified from this group, but he sat a little bit detached from the rest of them now. Looking at the numbers there, you would think Michelle van der Horst would be happy, but once again, his Achilles heels is his checkout ratio. Gary Stone moves into a qualifying position as we move on to the next game. It's Martin Adams against John Worsley.
Feel like it's Martin to throw first. Game on.
John Worsley in play, goes top of the table.
Averaging 97 after a couple of legs.
$140. $78.
Fancy for Adams.
Did get a message earlier for somebody asking about our Modus Super Series website.
123.
We haven't been able to access. Apologies for that. It's actually run by a company that takes the data from us, and they've come across some kind of
31.
IT issue, but it will be corrected ASAP.
Don't forget to give us a follow on social media. We do all like the interaction we have with our followers.
Yeah, and over 70% of you currently watching on YouTube are
180.
not subscribed, so do us a favour, just hit that big red button. Only take you 1 second. Subscribe. Hit that bell while you're at it, and we'll send you a notification when not only that we go live, but when we add lots of new content.
They're a very smart 11 data. I have to say, that came from really nowhere. It was a disappointing start to this match for Wolfie. To be for Adams, he will chunter away to himself. John Worsley has been through absolutely everything emotion-wise in this match. He's had the ups. He was cruising at 2-0.
32.
He looked like a beaten man at 2-2. He took advantage on the lead at 3-2. Adams fought back. It's John Worsley that gets to the winning line in the end. It wasn't pretty, but probably the most important 2 points of the week so far for John Worsley. What a difference that makes to the league table. Again, they'll chatter. Again, they'll talk about. They're probably saying, what on earth happened during that game? But the big winner was Womble. He moves on to a crucial 8 points. Fantastic to see them just chatting away there. Nothing to separate the numbers. John Worsley that gets over the line, and a huge game coming up next. It's Matthew Edgar against Gary Stone.
I think that dart was
required 20.
kind of resignation.
Gary Stone is through to Saturday night. He needed 4 wins out of 4. He gets 4 wins out of 4. At times, he was fighting. He wasn't at his brilliant best. That was a much better performance there for Gary Stone. Forget the averages and look at the reaction. The realisation that he will be there on Saturday night. He had those doubts. Matthew Edgar's got some big moments still to come tonight. It's been a fabulous Group B, but Gary Stone is through. It's the penultimate game of the night. It's Michel van der Horst versus Martin Adams.
A rare error, 100. Especially in that department.
Yeah, save that, because you won't often see that.
Game
seen that a lot, though, haven't we? Can't hit a double with 3 in hand.
It'd be the perfect 320 finish. He's done the 180, not to beat.
Remarkable dart, that.
Required 25.
He's so good at that. Double 12. It was a topsy-turvy game in the end, but Michel van der Horst does get over the winning line. But the good news for Martin Adams, when he walks up the stage, he has qualified. He will be there on Saturday night. And it's been great to see Michel van der Horst. It's been a long time since I've seen him play, and I think he's had lots of ups and downs. Terrific scorer, big hitter. Some areas that he needs to work on, but hopefully he will be back at the Modus Super Series. But the final game of the week, it's John Worsley against Matthew Edgar. There. Well, if there was going to be a bounce out in this leg, if I was a betting man, I would have said it would have been this man. In fact, I can't remember a bounce out for Michel in this match.
Here's one incoming.
80.
How do I do it? To be our 6th and final play tomorrow night. The Double 18.
54. Matthew, you require
I
111.
wrote John on my notes, but didn't write Worsley. Hello.
95.
Tell you, I just thought this had
Johnny
some sort of
Maguire, 80.
ending to the story tonight. There again, 18. Doesn't look as confident. Look, stares it out, but that
Game's
is
on
an
the
absolute
first
beauty. He
leg.
does realise
John
what it is, and
Worsley.
John Worsley will be the 6th final player.
It's good to see. He's still
Second
got a
is
sense of
Matthew to
humour.
throw first. Game on.
And in all seriousness, after what he's been through, needs to try and find the top wire. Nope, he finds the double. And John Worsley ends his campaign with a win and ends top of the table. Congratulations to you if you're one of the people that backed John Worsley to win this Group B before the off, because he has finished on top of the table. Well, it was a 4-3 win over Matt Edgar. The averages mid-80s. There was a fair few missed doubles, as you can see from Worsley. Just 4 from 18 in the end, and it's mainly down to that scoring power. 6 140s to just 2 from Matthew Edgar. So, just to confirm the table, John Worsley out on top, Gary Stone second, Martin Adams in third place, getting the final qualification spot. So that means Neil Duff, the winner of Group A, is into tomorrow night's final. Colin McGarry, the winner of Group C, along with the runner-up Andy Hamilton. And as I've just mentioned, John Worsley winning Group B, Gary Stone in second, and Martin Adams in the qualifying position. Well, let's join Glenn and Henry on stage for a quick review of all the action today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mace. Glenn alongside me here on stage. And first of all, to Matthew Edgar, went into tonight with a lot of optimism. Never quite happened, did it?
Yeah, he'd be playing the Joker right now, but deep down he'll be really hurt because I think he really enjoyed last night. He's not really sure where his game is at, but there's a lot of positives there. Maybe just a little bit of luck wasn't on his side tonight, and just sometimes you can try too hard, and yeah, it's a tough one for him. He'll be disappointed.
So John Worsley then making his way through, courtesy of that one leg that he got in that game against Matthew Edgar. We can confirm everything that we saw this evening by having a look at the results for tonight's session. So 10 games have come and gone this evening, and well, the drama kind of began from the first start, didn't it?
Well, I think both of them identified. I mean, Gary Stone had to win all 4 tonight, and you know he got all 4, and you know you've got to give him praise for doing that. I mean, it was a tough ask to do, and he got here on Saturday night. So I think that's the headline from it, and obviously the roles reversal there with Matthew Edgar, who sat pretty, and it just didn't happen for him tonight. And in between, there was some real ups and downs. John Worsley, Martin Adams had real good moments. Michelle van der Horst, it could have been so much different as well if he could hit a double.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things, isn't it? Right, let's talk a little bit more about Martin Adams, about Wolfie, who perhaps going into this week, we didn't quite know what we were going to expect from him, but what we have seen from him, well, it's kind of the sort of Wolfie of old to a certain extent.
Well, certainly last night anyway, I thought there was some real glimpses, and I thought it was a really nice interview you had with him. I think he spoke very, very well, and he had no expectations of what he was going to do, and for him to be here Saturday night, look, it's good for him. It's excellent for the neutral as well, and let's hopefully we get a decent crowd in here tomorrow night, because you know he will always be the headline act.
He most certainly will. And look, he's going to have one eye ahead to next month, the Circus Tavern for the World Seniors Championship. If he plays like that, especially last night, how deep do you think he can go in that tournament?
Yeah, like I said, he'll have no expectations. Like he will go into that like he does. I mean, he is a born winner. So, you know, this part of that competitive spirit, that 3-time champion, that 3-time world master, that'll be inside him. But it's a tough ask, the seniors. I mean, tomorrow night's a bit of a who's who with the seniors, with Andy Hamilton and Neil Duff as well. Colin McGarry could be there. So it could be a good indicator who's sat really good for next month.
Well, let's have a look at the table, because the best night for anybody has been by far Gary Stone, who, look, we said he had to do something big tonight. He had to go through the card if he's to make his way through. Look, he did exactly that.
Yeah, he did, and then for moments there, even down to the last double, I thought he was going to top the group, and 11-2, we thought that was good value before the night went on there, but he'll be just glad to be through there, and we just sense that he thrives more when it's more of a knockout rather than a round robin, so you do get that feel more on a Saturday night, and look, I can't wait. It's been a long old day today. That Group C took an awful lot from us out that Group C, but I still think there's a great 6 there tomorrow night.
Most certainly will. Right, let's have a look and see how the 6 players will shape up for tomorrow night's final then. This is how they've got there. Then Neil Duff, well, it was back on Wednesday that he won Group A, and in the last 2 days of that group in particular, he kind of played the darts of the week from anybody.
Yeah, I think he's the pick for Mace as well, so he will have had a couple of days rest as well. It depends what you do, not to be lazy there, but he's experienced enough. He could be, he could be the winner. All 6 could. It's one of them ones where I think all 6 will fancy their chances.
And I tell you what, if you're going to have a night out of the darts, you wouldn't mind seeing Neil Duff, Martin Adams and Andy Hamilton, would you?
Yeah, I know we're saying that with a smile on our face, but absolutely, it's a great place, and they make, a real difference as well, and it's a fantastic place to play with that crowd as well. It could be one of the best finals night.
It most certainly could be fun. Well, Glenn, we will have another Super Series Saturday. We look forward to these, don't we?
Absolutely, and I think tomorrow's got that added spice as well, and I can't pick a win. I think it's going to be really, really tough, and may the best player win.
Shall we do it?
Let's do it.
Right, I shall see you tomorrow night, spick and span, and you got the blazer?
No?
Good, we're going shirts tomorrow night. We're rebels here at the Super Series. Right, we shall see you from 7:30 tomorrow evening on the YouTube channel before going live at 10 o'clock on Sporty Stuff TV, where the Wolf will be hoping to hunt down a Super Series title.